Hi, hello, and welcome to this week's Musings and Messages. I'm Sharice Williams, author, spiritual guide, paranormal investigator, and tarot card reader, here to deliver some insight for you for the week ahead. Musings and Messages, for those of you that are new here, are a way for us to connect at the beginning of the week. I share some musings with you. These can be spiritual tips or just some kind of like updates, things like that you may be interested in. And then you get to pick your own cards and receive some insight for maybe what to expect in regards to energy or things going on around your life for the coming week. So this is for May 20th through the 26th. And let's just get into it. For the musings portions, I don't have a lot to muse on this week other than to remind you that Sacred, our 28-day spiritual practice, begins this Thursday, the 23rd. I've been posting some videos on social media, kind of going over different spiritual practices like sacred spaces and things like that. So check out my social media for that information. And Sacred, in case you have completely missed it, is a 28-day spiritual practice that I will be doing along with you. You can make yours as public as you want or as private as you want. I will be posting every single day during the 28 days, sharing any insights that I might have had, just kind of what my practice looked like. You can either comment on those videos to share your own insights. You can make your own posts, or like I said, you can keep it completely private and just engage in it. But the point of me posting every day is to not only keep myself accountable, but to keep you accountable as well. And I do got to say, it is a spiritual practice for a reason, and know going into it that some days you're going to be like, yes, I am on it. And then other days you're going to be like, I don't want to do my practice. But the point is to really stick with it for 28 days and to kind of see how you transform from day 1 to day 28 and sort of any changes or insights or just energy shifts that you've experienced during those 28 days. If you happen to be seeing this video and it is after the 23rd, it's okay. You can do the 28-day practice at your own pace. Just kind of like scroll back to the videos where I started and you can join in at any point, really. All right, without any further ado, let's get into the week ahead. Before you get to choose your cards, we are going to close our eyes and we're going to do 3 breaths together. We're going to be breathing in through our nose, nice and slow, expanding our ribs, our rib cage, expanding our abdomens, and then we're going to exhale out of our mouth nice and slow. When we're breathing in, you want to be breathing in peace and love and relaxation, and exhaling any sort of tension or fear or stress that you might be holding on to. All right, let's go ahead and breathe in and out. Breathing in and out. And breathe in and out. Alrighty, option 1 or option 2? Okay, if you chose option 1, we have, in any moment, I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. And don't let the word prayer throw you off. If you are somebody that is not a religious person, maybe you have some church trauma, which is understandable, or religious trauma, prayer does not belong to one specific religion, belief, denomination. You can be, you don't have to follow the church or anything like that. You don't have to be Christian in order to pray. If you are, that's great. But anybody can pray. It's essentially just a moment to connect to a higher power, to source energy, whatever that is for you. Perhaps it's literally just the energy of the earth. Perhaps that higher power is your higher self. Maybe it is God, or whatever term you use for God. You can even pray to ancestors, whatever you want. But that is the message. In any moment, I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. We have Swan. And as always, whenever I use the animal cards, keep your eye out this week for this symbolism, Swan symbolism. And this will just kind of be a synchronicity for you to just let you know that you're on the right path, or to just kind of give you like spirit, giving you a little nod like, yep, I'm here. I'm still here. So pay attention for Swan. And then we have the Hierophant. And this is what? A llama? Alpaca? I'm not sure. I would have to look at the guidebook. This is either a llama or alpaca. So again, pay attention to those clues. And you know what? The roses here are really standing out as well. So pay attention to the the symbolism or message of rose this week. You may want to incorporate some rose tea or rose essential oil or incense or something like that into your week this week. Okay, also the grass that she's holding is really standing out as well. So this is saying this week really kind of pay attention to your diet, pay attention to what you are consuming. And I'm also getting the message of not only consuming like literally what you are eating, consuming, but pay attention really also to the what you're consuming as far as media. So like radio, TV, social media. Pay attention to what you are physically consuming, energetically consuming, visually consuming. Really pay attention to that this week. All right, so I believe that the message for you is, okay, well, then the keys, man, all of the symbolism on this card is really standing out. The keys around her neck as well. You have the key to your own success, to your own happiness, to your own spiritual practice. And I kind of love that we're getting this message the week that we are starting Sacred, the 28-day spiritual practice. Because while it is helpful sometimes to look outside of you, to seek guidance and to seek support and to seek like, what are my next steps? It's also important to remember that you hold the key to your own journey. It's going to be important for you this week to pray. And praying and meditation, I think, go hand in hand. I think praying is kind of like an active meditation. You can pray whenever you want, but I feel like prayer can really be very powerful when you are kind of in your sacred space, you're having a sacred moment, wherever that is. You can even make your sacred moment in your car or, wherever you happen to be. But when you really kind of tune in to yourself and having what am I trying to say? Having those sacred moments and you're praying, have a moment then to meditate as well. Because it's almost like praying is when we are talking, and then meditation is when we are receiving the prayer, we're receiving the message. So really tuning into yourself this week and tuning into what do you have to say about the answers that you're seeking? What is your spiritual path? Because you are your own, like, I don't like the word guru, but you are your own guru. Obviously, we learn from others and all of that, but don't discredit yourself. You have the power to succeed. You have the power to transform. So don't sell yourself short. But I really like that this is definitely a very spiritual week for you. And I know I said last week, I think I even titled the video literally like, this is a very spiritual week coming up. Whatever spiritual shifts happened for you this past week, whether you're really aware of them or not, because they were there, you're really going to be kind of like building on that this week. And yeah, the prayer, contemplation, and stillness. So do the active praying. There's lots of, if you don't know how to pray, there's lots of videos out there. I can maybe share on my like Instagram stories or something. There's a couple books actually. Yeah, The Lost Mode of Prayer is a book that is good to read. It kind of teaches you about praying. But then also make sure you're having those moments of contemplation and quietness to really tune in and see what you have to say for yourself. Option 2, I choose to learn through love. I choose to learn through love. Shark. And so again, of course, for you as well, if you chose option 2, pay attention to shark symbolism and messages this week. And 3 of Swords. I believe that is an ostrich. So pay attention to ostrich symbolism. And hearts. Pay attention to hearts this week as well. Okay, option 2. What is going on in your life, or what has been going on in your life? I feel like if it hasn't already surfaced this week, you are going to be faced with some heartbreak, some old wounds, some old heartbreak kind of being stirred up, or maybe it's not even old heartbreak and pain. It's just kind of, it's almost like there's a heartbreak and pain that's already there, and like another sword is getting stabbed through it. God, that sounds like brutal and dramatic. But there's a lot of pain and some hurt. I choose to learn through love. Give yourself compassion this week. Don't beat yourself up. Give yourself compassion. Give yourself grace. Love yourself. And release whoever or whatever needs to be released. There are lessons, and I hate saying that, like every hard thing we go through is just a lesson to learn. We can grow and learn from it, but it is actually true. Whatever we go through, whether it is a hardship or even our joyful moments, they are kind of these moments for us to learn and to grow. And I do feel like that right now, what you're going through, if you've been asking yourself, like, why am I dealing with this? Why am I having to go through this? Why is this happening to me? It's to teach you something. You're learning something. And I kind of feel like too, you're really learning, maybe not necessarily just about others, but you're really kind of learning this new aspect of yourself. You're learning to love yourself and forgive yourself on a level that maybe you have not experienced before. Be clear with others this week and always, but especially this week. And this could be in regards to whoever maybe kind of like rubbing salt in the wound. Be clear with your intentions, be clear with your words, be clear with your energy this week. This week, it's important to be a little bit more direct. You want to be the predator, not the prey. Okay, wow. Sometimes I get messages to share, and sometimes they're just like brutally honest, but I'm being told to tell you, grow a backbone. That sounds so harsh and cold, but I don't know if somebody like really needed that kind of like harsh message of growing a backbone. I don't like that terminology, and that feels so like not nice to say, but it sounds like it kind of feels like it's a harsh message, that at least one of you need to hear in order to kind of like jolt you awake, to kind of be like, okay, I need to be paying attention to this message. As far as you, it's important to really be setting some boundaries. And it could be because this is somebody in your life that you have let, like how many swords are you going to let them put into your heart egg? Like how many swords are you going to let them stab into that before you finally kind of grow that backbone, straighten up, set those boundaries, speak with clarity, set some intentions, clear intentions of, I'm not going to let you talk to me this way. I'm not going to let you treat me this way. For some of you, this could even be yourself. Get out of your own way, quit stabbing swords into your own heart. It's time to maybe let some things go and love yourself. This is kind of a big week. This is a heavy week. So make sure you are giving yourself some moments of joy. Get out into nature, do some breathing exercises, because this does feel like it's kind of a really heavy week. But as long as you kind of try to stay anchored in that energy of love, so maybe doing some heart chakra work as well would be really good for you, but stay kind of like anchored in that energy of love while also setting some strong boundaries. I think you're going to be smooth sailing. All right. That is our messages for the week. I would love to hear what cards you chose and if they resonated for you, or even if past card messages have resonated for you in the weeks past. And also let me know, comment below if you're going to be joining in for the Sacred 28-day practice. We begin on Thursday. All right. Have a wonderful week. Bye.